the CDC says it's safe to travel if you're vaccinated, but should we stay home if we can?
The CDC has given mixed messages on this. They said if you've been vaccinated, when you travel, that you don't need to quarantine, you don't need to be tested, but they also say you shouldn't travel. We know that people are traveling anyway, and I think maybe a better strategy is to say, listen, if you're going to travel, this is how you do it safely, and it is possible to travel safely. The act of traveling, airplane air is very safe. It's really not so much that you're traveling, it's what you do when you travel. That creates the risk. And there are still ways, if you choose to travel, then you can do it safely by following all the guidelines. However, if you're not vaccinated and you're at high risk for severe complications of COVID, we recommend that you don't travel yet, at least until you've had a chance to get vaccinated.
So let's stay with activities like travel and so on. And the question, I think I know where you stand on this, but we'll ask you to be deliberate here. What do you think about vaccine passports, requiring vaccines for certain activities? You mentioned sporting events, concerts, going into restaurants. What do you think? Should we be having a vaccine passport?
This is a really hot button issue. There's been a couple of states that now have started with electronic vaccine passports. New York State is one where you actually have to download your information from the state, and then you can present that if you want to buy a ticket to go to a sporting event. I think the concept is misunderstood. It's not like you can do something with a vaccine passport. You can't do it if you don't have the vaccine. I think another way to look at this is maybe the vaccine passport is like a fast lane. So if you've been vaccinated, you can do things more easily. You don't have to wait in lines. You don't have to get tested. You don't have to quarantine. So you'll get certain advantages or incentives or perks by being vaccinated. However, there's certain areas, for example, cruises. If you ran a cruise line, it'd be hard to imagine that you would want to have a cruise allow anyone on that cruise who hasn't been vaccinated. So I think there's going to be certain areas where vaccination is going to be required in order to participate. But for everyone else, I think there will be advantages to being vaccinated. You'll get to do things more quickly.